Are you hear me?
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's great. That's great. Yeah. No, just yeah, we're just right in time, so I guess that we can just start, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start it then. So good morning to everyone. So I'm also glad to see you on our third session. So we'll have one more session, but will be dedicated to some Move and Move Plus devices troubleshooting. But today we will talk about our Trios scanners and port troubleshooting and some kind of tree-shape communicate order workflow. So I will show you on how we just create the orders, how we receive it, what kind of issues you may have when you just trying to send the orders. So I will share the presentation with you right now. Just let me know when you can I will just send the request. So let me know when you will see the request. Yeah, and I can share the presentation with you. So let's start from the beginning. So as you can see that actually now we are just talking. I guess that we will finish faster than 3 hours today. So I guess that we won't have any kind of breaks because actually the two topics they're not quite long. Probably we'll have like the breaks during the next session, but now we're going to cover such thing as the tree-shape communicate order and exchange and networking. So before we'll check the main principles, and let's briefly check again our agenda, what we're going to do for today. So the first thing we're going to observe is that the tree-shape communicate order exchange and networking. Then we will discover the workflow, all the components of tree-shape communicate in Trios, and what is Trios Direct Connect. So we will also find out on how to set up tree-shape communicate in Trios Direct Connect. Also, we're going to explore on how an order is being processed and by tree-shape communicate service, and determine common issues and find out what to start troubleshooting with. The second main point is dedicated to our Trios, as I mentioned, our Trios scanner and port troubleshooting. So we will discuss the troubleshooting statistics, including how to run some test if needed and analyze them. So actually, then we'll learn about wired connectivity issues and their troubleshooting, explore the scanning quality issues and their troubleshooting, and find out about some calibration issues and their troubleshooting, of course. This is like the most common and important things that you as the resellers should know and check when our customers report some issues with our scanner. So, okay, let's start our genre. And the first question is that how our clinics and lab can communicate between each other. So we have like three main types of connection or the communication between the clinics and labs. So the first one is like the tree-shape communicate. The second one is the direct connect connection type. And also the third one is like the export of cases and scans option. So let's talk about some tree-shape communicate features. So as you can see that tree-shape communicate is something like the cloud service, and it hosted and operated by our company, and it allows laboratories and clinics to exchange the orders, comments, and 3D settings. You can see that actually all the data remains confidential, not only by the clinic and the lab, and will be like it will be able to access the orders between them. Also, our tree-shape communicate is like the compliant with HIPAA regulations. So for protection of EPHI, it's probably you remember that from our first session that this is like electronic patient health information that is quite confidential and protected by our software. And also you can see that labs they do not need a separate server to receive Trios orders, for example, like dedicated to FTP connection type, and actually our software and we take care about it. So you can see that this is like the a cloud service that is connected to all our devices and software that we are having. As now we will briefly check like how the tree-shape communicate workflow usually operates. So you can see that we have like the scanner, like the cloud, and tree-shape communicate, and the lab. So we can see that we can just scan, and scan and case data. It is exported in the TreeXZ format that is supported by our software only. We are sending this data to 3Shape Communicate server, and after that, the same cases, I mean, with the same format, they are sent to 3Shape Lab software that is also may have like the Trias inbox service included as well. Also, we consider like the comments here that exchange orders, comments, and 3D design under order updates. We can like proceed with it. Communication with other 3Shape applications such as Dental Desktop, Orthosystem, and Implant Studio. Also default template also assigned automatically, and sharing customized order templates as well. Also, we will just check how to register on our 3Shape Communicate portal service, let's call it like that also. So the first thing you should do is just you need to create lab or clinic communicate account if you're just following this link that is shown here. So you will see, you will actually get an access to the web page where you will see a pop-up message like this. So you will see that actually our software will not software, the web page will ask you to log in or just sign up with your existing account or just to create the new one. So let's just check how it looks like when you're opening this website as well. So also, you can see that you just click to sign up on the login page. The first thing you should do is just you need to fill in the registration form. Very well, just inputting your address information, your clinic name, or you're choosing if it's going to be your clinic account, lab account, whatever. So when you just finished, you just click in like the create account but actually, here's like the important note that remember to use an email account that is not mandatory throughout the day. This is also like the email that may be used by labs to find you. And also you will receive like an activation email in your mailbox in which you need just to follow the link to confirm and activate your account. So it also looks like this. I mean, this registration form that you are having when you are just trying to register the account then. Also, you have to log in your using your credentials when you confirm the registration and following the link and connect to lab or clinic. You want to exchange the orders with the connections page, like where you will have like the tabs here, and you have to go the connections and add the connection there as well. Also, how it looks like starting with Unite 2. I mean, the like the 123.1. We call it also Unite 2. So here is like the example of communication setup. So you can see that we're just the user selection was remade here in the software. Like there is no option like add user, if for example, because in the previous software, I mean in the Unite 1 on the first generation or just on the Dental Desktop software, you could add or delete user here. I mean, from the administrator could just add or delete user here on the users page, but for now it's like no option here, so you can just do it for if you are entering your company communicate web page. Also, another change is that users name, company, and email, they can be only edited from 3Shape account side. So also if you need just to change something here, for example, you can see that all of these fields, they gray out. So it means that actually it's impossible to change or create something here. So you also can press or open my account here or open communicate, and you will have an access to your communicate web page, and you will be able to edit the information there. Also, you can see that admin role is not local anymore. Just if you would like to be administrator in Unite 2, the user must be the administrator in the company bound to the system. So if you just need to, anyway, you have to go to this communicate web page, and you should have an access or just to have a role of the administrator there. Now we will just check the lab connections, and like we have the concept that we're having now in Unite. So you can see that before in the previous software version, so lab connections, they were managed either by within the settings in Dental Desktop or via Communicate portal. And also the lab search here functions from the BOSS platform do not provide the ability to see the list of possible labs and you collaborate with. In 3Shape Unite now, we are having like such thing as the Unite store, and lab connections. They will be initiated by enabling the app, which is the lab within the store. And actually, the lab is enabled and provided the lab accept the connection. So this lab will be available for all Send-to workflows. So actually, you may find the labs. If it's available, you may find the lab here in the store from the list of available labs that can be mentioned also there. Also, you can see that we had such option that what is called send to patient. So it was actually available in Dental Desktop. I mean, in the old software version, it's now, of course, that it's available in Unite software. So you can see that this feature allows you to send a scan to the patient if needed, of course. So when all the case is sent to the patient together with sending to the lab, and actually you can see that only cases were done with patient engagement apps could be sent directly to the patient without the lab. So for example, if we use just like the scan only or some other workflow, so you should know that actually you are sending the case to the patient together with the lab. So actually the lab will receive the case, and also the patient will get it as well. Also, the patient will receive a link to if they don't have it installed on their devices, they will get our patient will get the link to my 3Shape application that can be uploaded from the Play Market or App Store, for example, if you have the iPhone or any other Android devices. Also, a special patient account will be created and automatically, and it won't be possible just to use it for a lab or clinic. I mean, the account could, if, for example, if you, or not you, just if our end users, they will test the app and they will try to use the same. So you see that the person will be registered as the patient, and if if one of our doctors decides just to use this account for their clinical lab, so our Communicate won't allow to do this. It will just send a pop-up message that actually this account had been already registered for the 3Shape app, my 3Shape app application. So actually, and it won't be possible just to use it. Also, we mentioned such thing as like the direct connect option. So direct connect option is used for order exchange between the trios and dental system in local network. Also, it's supported only for sending cases and dependent on local network policies. So you need just to, I mean, our users need to consult their local IT support before they're contacting support if their network was configured properly. So you can see that also the workaround is quite simple. You're just scanning, you're sending like your cases in TrioXZ format directly to the lab, and actually, for example, 3Shape lab software like Inbox receives the case you need. Also, let's just briefly have a look on this direct connect option here. So you can see that direct connect is now present and as an installable app in the Unite store. So you are just, if you need to install the direct connect, so you are just going to 3Shape apps tab. You are just typing like direct connect, and you will get this app in the list right here, as you can see, like in an example, and you may just, should be able just to install it. Also, the direct connect setup is similar to what you may have seen before. Like, what's change is that it now has like its own section tab in the settings, like mentioned here. Then the in the labs section also how to set up the Direct Connect. So the first thing you need just to install from the Unite store, like type in the direct connection and press the install button here. The second option in the direct connection section, just provide a path to the expected direct connection folder. And you can see the direct connect folder should contain two folders inside, incoming and ongoing also. If the folder is located in another PC in the network, it might be required just to input username and password just to be able to have an access to this folder. Also, you have to just right click on the folder, direct connect properties and security, and provide an access there also. The fifth point is that you need just to create a group on everyone and provide it with the full control as well. And the second one is just to press the button test, just to test if your connection was set properly. Here's like the example on how it looks like in the software. For example, you can see that you are going here in the more. You will find like direct connect option here. You're pressing it. You may just name it. You're adding the logo if needed. You are just also entering the folder path here, username, password if needed, and press test if just to test the connection. In fact, how to provide like direct connect properties? You have to go just right click, go to security tab, choose like the everyone to give an access to everyone, and also just to press OK if needed. So we talked about some network settings that should be kept when we are just setting like this Trios direct connect option or something like that. So if we talk about Reshape Communicate, so the service used by Trios on Dental Desktop on Unite, so they need to have like authentication IP like this, sending, receiving like all of the parameters with IP addresses like this for all of the regions that we are having. And also you can see that the port used by Trios on our software, it's 443 HTTPS format, and also compatibility of Reshape Communicate with proxy not there yet, so it wasn't implemented as well. You can see that also exchanging orders between the different regions is possible if the lab is using a dental system, for example, 2017 and higher, or a Trios Dental or Trios Design Studio, and cross-regional connections are enabled for collaboration communicate accounts as well. So you can see that it will be also available, maybe enabled here. You can see on how to check if the connection to remote port is for 443 is allowed. So you need just to go to Windows Control Panel, Programs and Features. Also, then go to Turn Windows Features or on or off. Then you need just to check if right here, like the Talent client is enabled, or if not, then you need just to enable it. Also, you may open like the Windows command line and run the command like this. For example, here's like an example how to open your port 443. And actually after that, press and enter, and the software will inform you that actually this port is open and you are able to use it now. Networking for direct connection, subscription in TeamViewer as well. So you can see that direct connect ports local 445 and 139 ports should be open. What are requirements for this option is that the file sharing in Windows is enabled, no restriction over user account for sharing files and folders like the firewalls, etc. So that we should understand that nothing is blocking this option, and actually how to use the TeamViewer remote support. What are the main requirements? You can see like in general, TeamViewer, it's always work if surfing on the internet is possible. Also, you should just, but if you have some issues with it, you may also check some firewall configuration, and also check if all of the mentioned ports are open here and they are not blocked. So probably it should be I mean, you probably you may ask some of IT assistants just to open the port 5938 on the outgoing side, but actually, if our customers, so you will face some issues with the TeamViewer, you may contact TeamViewer support directly, or actually contact the local IT guide, or just contact our support to check check the program status as well. How to troubleshooting, I mean, to proceed with the how to troubleshoot some network basic issues that you may face or our customers may face. So you may just, the first and the most common is like the speed of client server connections. It can be like checked if you press more, general settings, general network diagnostics, and you can just see that you may test here, like the internet connection, the client server connection can be tested here. So you are just pressing the test, and our software will show you if your network speed is okay for our software usage as well. So you can see that it must be not all over than 50 megabits per second download and upload speed. Also recommended wired connection up to 1 gigabit second, and recommended wireless connection. It's like the 5 gigahertz network. Minimum recommended internet speed is 5 megabit download and upload, and actually up to date can be always found in the latest our PC catalog as well, because we're refreshing the info there. We may have some issues during some order sendings, so on how we can just troubleshoot it. For example, when our customers, they just applied some scanning, they just made the post process, and actually they are just trying to send the case, but when they're pressing the send button, such pop-up message like send failed, please try again later appears. So what the first steps should be taken from our side. So you should just check if the internet connection is okay. If no, then you just need to go and check the internet connection, and probably just check some router connection or just like the cable connection, and by pressing test here. If yes, then you should just check if port 443 is open, internet speed is at least 5 megabit per second. If no, then actually you need just to check network connection, firewall rules, and contact local IT support. Also, if you see that actually all of these parameters there are kept okay, so you should just check some recent system changes, like proxy servers added or something like that. Also, you may contact the local IT guys just to check this information for the customer. Also, if everything is okay from this side, so you must just check or investigate what was changed and recover accordingly as well. So if it's still fails, I mean, if you have no results here, so you just need to check all of these things. For example, go to configure lab connections, configure communicate, test settings. If it still fails, there may be like incorrect communicate credentials inserted. You should just check the credentials using our 3Shape communicate portal. Also check order form and correct if necessary. You should also try to resend an order. Then you need to try to do the post-processing separately, and on analyze page to distinguish post-processing issue and from sending issue. Also, you need to try to copy the order, trim if needed, of course, and try to resend it. And also the last step that should be taken from your side is just to try to re-import streams into new order and try to send again. If not, then contact our support. We will be able just and glad to assist you with this issue as well. Sending issues that may be caused by Wi-Fi problems. So the first thing you should need to check is just the USB dongle is not recognized or broken. So you need to check if the Wi-Fi dongle is glowing blue. If not, pull out and replug it again, or just use another. And also you can see that in the second point, it said that like you may plug it to another USB port or in PC or card or move device. Example like swap with the Bluetooth. So you just need like to proceed with a cross-check test like that. Also need just to check the presence in the device manager. When just a computer, right click, manage, and you can see that actually you may find it here in the list. Also right click in the card serial number if here, for example, and choose the scan for the hardware changes on the top of the list. Unplug mains cable from the power supply for a minute and replug it and try again. Also some troubleshooting hints that may be used by you. So it's like the TreeShape communicate issues, just test connection to TreeSCOM server from the application. Another thing is like you need to make sure that the PC time is synchronized with the internet and the right and appropriate time zone is chosen. Then you need to check if you can log in on the TreeShape Communicate web page with the credentials that are used in your Trios software. Also, test internet speed using the speedtest.net website as well, and how you can just check that direct connection issues. Make sure that you can just you're having access to Exchange folder for direct connect on the receiver PC. Also set permission to full control for everyone, for both on share if relevant, and actually in the security settings as well. What we can do like Invisalign Lab account in TreeShape.com. So custom configuration of communicate account that doesn't have like original lock. Also scan format should be checked. So cases scanned with the Trias, they are sent as regular with the Trias XZ format, as we all already know, and then they are converted in the STL format. So this is like the issues that you may face when you are sending the cases to the Invisalign app as well. Due to this conversion, the case submission might not be immediate after the sending the case from Trias up to the 40 minutes. So for example, when our customers report that they have just sent the case to Invisalign, but actually nothing is displayed on the Invisalign side, so you should just inform that's sometimes it's normally. So it may take about 20 or 40 minutes to receive this case in Invisalign. So if not, they may just contact Invisalign support first and then contact us, and then we will check what can be done then. Because you see that some of the orders, they're not accepted by Invisalign Lab immediately. So it may take some time just to do it. Also, we have some kind of notifications that there are no notification on Trios site or TreeShape.com website if the case has been received by Align. Also, message on sending page order sent successfully only means that the case was processed to TreeShape Communicate server. And more documentation will be available on the link. Just you will have access to it on how to set up the Invisalign integration in with our software as well. Also, we'll just check some troubleshooting and limitations like user errors. What can be done? I mean, some errors that are commonly met by our end users, and actually that our end users do. So the first one is that like the incomplete integration. Then the second one is like attempt to use one communicate account for multiply Invisalign accounts. It's not supported for now. Then not respecting time to process for the cases to appear up to the 40 minutes. Also not created prescription or not fill in the order form at the doctor's site in Invisalign. Also not scan only case and some account modifications that can be done. So Invisalign identifies the users by their username, not user IDS in the way that is done by Communicate in TreeShape software. Also, if the doctor changes their Invisalign username, email, or password, their linking accounts authorization on Invisalign fails, and actually, and orders do not come through. Action that can be done: the dentist should just repeat procedure of linking account between TreeShape and Invisalign and direct disconnect and then the code reconnect with a new email address. Actually, the integration should be enabled, and our user will have an opportunity just to work and send the cases to Invisalign Lab again. Also, no need just to repeat the pairing process in case of the changing of TriasCom and account email. And also some other steps that should be done to fix the Invisalign integration issue is that you can see that the case is sent from Trias but not received in Invisalign systems. So we need just to verify case receiver account name. We should make sure the user can see the case on the Trias.com website. Also, we should make sure that the user is familiar with the patient and Trias case processing on Invisalign account and has taken all the required steps to access scans, and make sure that the user didn't change Invisalign username. It's quite important as well. Also, get email of communicate account using the username and order ID of the not received case, and contact Preshape support for further investigation and help with the resubmitting the case if needed, of course. Also, we have like a note here that the order ID is not the same as the Trias order number, and you can see that the order has the hashed format like this, so just differs. So I guess that now we are just switching to our second section, like that is dedicated to the Trias scanner and port troubleshooting steps. So we will briefly check on some troubleshooting tactics. We will just check the wired connectivity issues, some scanning quality issues, and some calibration issues as well. So let's just start with some troubleshooting tactics that can be applied by you actually, and that are some basic troubleshooting steps that should be taken before the case should be escalated to the Preshape support. So you can see that the first thing we should do is just like define out when the problem started. So this is like important thing that we should just consider first. So it will be like very handy when we are just trying to analyze the log files that we just probably you remembered when we discussed it like in our previous session, where you can find these log files there. So anyway, you can just find the path to the logs in the presentation that will be shared with you. Also, you need just to try to reproduce the issue. So it's very important to know on how the issue can be reproduced. Then go to the logs. Usually they give like you can give you some more information on the problem and then error messages than in the software, because if you are opening the log file, you can see what's the problem root cause. So this problem is described in details there. Also, it's always good to check proceed with the cross-check test if possible. So, for example, when you have like the small opportunity for the cross-check, you should use it. Then you should just try to use the scanner with another PC or vice versa, if possible, of course. You may also check the requirements they are met. It's critical for any network-related cases, especially for Trias share ones. So that's the important point. Also, you should just check what troubleshooting steps can be applied when we have some wired connectivity issues. And actually, you can just see like what's the small video on how to set up a wired scanner connection. Let's like the reminder. So you can see that we're going to the Trios tab, scanning management, pressing like the PET scanner, selecting the wired scanner. Now we're just connecting this scanner to our PC. So actually the system tries to detect it. So we're just still waiting for it. You can see that here we have the scanner will be connected shortly. Now you can just name it, inserting the serial number, press connect, and that's it. You can see that now the scanner now connected. Also, how to set up, like you can see that like also adding like that we have just watched how to do it. So now we are just checking like the Trias 3 or Trias 4 wired when it's not connecting to the PC card to move. So some of our scanners, I mean, like the 3S3 Wired, the 3S3 Wired, they may not be connected or having some unstable connection to our system. It may be like the PC card to move system due to a number of like different reasons, multiple reasons. So therefore, it's quite important just to understand what this was the root cause of the scanner connectivity issue. So you can see like the probably you also remember the setup that our scanners may have. It's like maybe like this with this. If we talk about RIS4, it may be like connected with the cord. Like the same, we have like the 3S3 that wired is also have wire here, and actually the connectivity type is the same. So the first thing is we should just check if the scanner or parts of port are all connected. So the cable should be fully inserted in the ports. The order of connection should be followed, and all the parts should be present as well here. So if we talk about some ports, so we need just to check the LED indicator on the scanner. So for example, green color like here, it means that the power is applied whether the scanner is connected or not. A blue color on the port indicates that the connection issue due to the possible problem in the scanner or in the port. So actually, if you see like the blue color here, it means that the system is trying to connect your scanner, so the pod is connected, but in fact the scanner is not detected by the system for now. So we can just check the scanner status in the network connection. So directly, if we connected our scanner directly, I mean, we're not using the adapter, ASICS adapter. So if you just connected the scanner directly in the Ethernet port, so or via USB-C adapter or in the card, so you will have like the connection like this. I mean, like this like it's displayed in this picture. So you need just to navigate to the Windows control panel, the network and sharing center, and change the adapter settings there. If you connected via Ethernet to USB adapter or move, so like our 3S3 and 3S4 scanners detected network connection as unidentified network, like here. And you will see if your scanner is connected with the USB adapters, so it will have like an ASICS and USB 3.0 to gigabit, means that actually it's connected via the adapter here. Or if we talk about some port connectivity tab or like move systems as well. So both adapters, they should be enabled like in the TCP IPv4 settings. So actually, if you just pressing like on the right click on this connectivity type, then properties, and you will have an access to this point. So you should just check if in a general tab, you should check that the option obtain an IP address automatically is enabled. If not, you should just enable it. So you just selecting this Internet Protocol version TCP IPv4 here, then press properties, and you check if this option is enabled here. Also, if the adapter appears with a red cross and if there is a message like the network cable is unplugged right here, like an example, that means that the scanner is not physically visible by the system. So what you should do, you use different USB or not Ethernet cable or USB adapter if it's available. Also, you should just, very important, that you should verify that there is no physical damage on the cable, and otherwise they need to be replaced, of course. Also, connect the scanner to another USB port or Ethernet socket in the PC if available, and check it with another PC card port move system if it's available, of course. Also, we should also make sure that the scanner doesn't disconnect when moving the scanner. So if there might this like a the physical damage of the cord at the back of the scanner, which goes like directly to the main board, and the scanner wouldn't have like be sent to the repair. So also like some workarounds that can be applied if you have some kind of scanner connectivity issues. So if the adapter appears with the status disabled, it means that it was disabled by Windows. So if you need to fix it, just right click on it and press enable button here. Also, you should make sure that to do following to avoid the similar issues in the future, you need just to open the device manager, find SX adapter here in the list. Also, right click on the properties. Then you need to go to power management tab and make sure that the option that is called allow computer to turn off the devices, so it's mentioned here, turn off the devices to save the power is disabled. Press if it's tick, you need to untick it and just press OK just to save some changes here. If you talk about some issues with the Move or Move Plus systems, I mean some scanner connectivity issues, so you need to disconnect the scanner from the Move or Move Plus device, shut down Move device, and disconnect from power supply for 5 or 10 minutes, probably more. And you need just to connect it back for the power supply and start the Move Plus again. Wait until software is started and try to connect the scanner again. If the adapter doesn't appear on the Move or Move Plus system, so just proceed with the following procedure that is called cold reboot. Cold reboot, it's when you are just unplug the Move device from the power socket for 20 minutes. So, and you need just to connect, just to plug it in again and check if the issue was fixed. Also, the adapter has the status of identified network, but still not visible in Trio software. In this case, just you need to try to do the following steps. Check if TCP IPv4 settings are set for obtain enough an IP address automatically, then temporarily disable firewall, antivirus, or any other third-party software that may block Trio software or network adapters. If disabling one of them made like the scanner visible, it means that it was blocking trios from the connecting properly. And actually you need to add exceptions for all Dental Desktop exe into firewall and antivirus accordingly if confirmed that it wasn't close issue on local IT personnel allows to do it. So it means that I will show you how to check it. So you need just to press his firewall CPL. You're opening it here, and you can see that here we have the option like allow an app or feature through the Windows Defender firewall. You need just to press change, and you can see that we are having like the Dental Desktop app here, and you need just to check if all the points that are related to 3Shape software are ticked here, and also, for example, enable it here. So you can see that we have like plenty of them here. Also dental, which you will find for Dental Desktop, you can see the Dental Desktop app. So you need to tick it here. So if you're doing this section, so you're adding our software as an exception to the firewall. So, and in this way, it won't be blocked by, I mean, our software won't be blocked by it, and actually you will have some less issues with the ports, and you can be sure that actually our software is not blocking some ports, and it doesn't affect the scanner connectivity. Also, let's talk about like some scanning quality issues that can be faced by our customers. So you can see that the most important thing that affects some scanning quality is like scanning technique. So you can see that if we need to apply some correct scanning technique, so we need to refer to some tutorials and experience gained on product trainings as well as the user's manual. Another thing, we need to ensure that there is no like strong external light interfering, so in affecting the scanning. Also get a good start, the first molar and 5 clicks. Also, we need to have like the dry teeth, like breathing, air cleaning as well. Make sure that the mirror is not fogging, proper preheating of scanner, and move scanner in steady pace as well. We need to keep some lips, cheeks, and tongue as well out of the scanner's view, and trim soft tissue from the scan if needed, of course. And we need just to, if you talk about some bite scan features, so we need to do it properly, 5 or 4 teeth until it snaps. Actually, you may check for all of the scanning techniques here if you're using this YouTube link. So you will find some videos with a detailed description on how to proceed with the appropriate scanning technique as well. So we have such thing as a live scan preview, and you can see that if issue with the fogging or dirty tip, so it looks like this. So you can see that we have like the grainy image here and gray area here. So it means that actually you need to check your tip first, or probably you may have some fogging issue with the scanner. Another example is like the some issues with salvias. It's we can see that now we are having like some focusing problems here and shiny surfaces as well here. Another thing is like the correct live view. So it means that actually everything should be okay and everything, all the conditions are kept here. So if we would like to obtain with a good scan quality, the following conditions should be respected. So the first one is the heating. So the scanner should be heated enough to avoid some condensation of the mirror before scanning. Wait until the scanner is fully heated. Another one is the scan tips and front tube glasses. So the scanning tip and mirror should be clean and without any blur damage as affects as the image directly. Also, we need just to take in consideration the such option as the preparing teeth. So we need to teeth drying, gingiva retraction, and C related. Also, we will have an access with a a link to the article where you can find all the relevant information as well. Also, we need to check some scanning environment, avoid some extra light pointed directly to the patient mount as well. Then the scanning strategy. So we use the recommended scanning strategy that is described in our user manual. And also, as we mentioned, that actually you may check the YouTube link where the scanning technique is described. And also the last point here is that the hardware, so the scanner, it should be healthy and recently calibrated. Also, accordingly, when the customer complains about some bad scan quality and capturing, you may check the following. So check the preview windows to the image when the scanning on real teeth, but actually because in model it always looks better. So what we should ask, so what can we see here? So extra salvia, are the teeth sufficiently dried? Red frame on incisors or explained by important wiggling strategy. Then gray spots and the distance between the teeth, also red frame replacing the green flame all the time, even on some occlusional surface. So we need just to check some hardware, scanner hardware, scan tips, and also a scan strategy. So we need just to check if there's some red frame, all the same, scanner is not capturing it all, and check the scanner hardware and tips. So you can see that actually if the scanner hardware is fine, when we just are proceeding with the tests, scanning mirror tip is fine. They have just tried both with the brand new tips, and scan the strategy is not critical on the preview window. Scanner still has the red frame, jumping red and green or gray spots. Its scanner is suspected for main board malfunction, and it should be repaired or replaced due to the customer's warranty type. Also, you can see just as here is like the short guide where we also need to check about where the main points are mentioned that were discussed previously. So you need just to scanning tips and front tube glass, scanning environment, scanning strategy, scanning PC. So you should just check if the scanning PC is approved or it's mentioned in our PC catalog and it's powerful enough to proceed with the scanning process. You should check for heating points, check if scanner is sufficiently heated, and of course the hardware. We need to do some hardware test, including heater test, and check if the scanner passed successfully all of the tests. Also check if the 3D or color calibration are passed successfully. And for example, you need just also to check the calibration images to evaluate the surface of mirrors and calibration objects as well. So we're just now passing to some calibration issues that may also faced by our customers. So the first thing, why actually we are just, it's like the reminder. So why and how often should we do just the 3D calibration? So why it's important for the scanner? So you can see that the 3D calibration is needed for the accurate scans. Also, when should I 3D calibrate the scanner? For Trios 3, it's each 7 days. For Trios 4, it's after 20 usages with a special smart tip for Trios that is used for Trios 4 scanner. Also, 3D calibrate the scanner. It means when it has been moved or heat or undergone wide range temperature changes, when the scan quality degrades, and calibration, it's adjust the scan quality to the initial factory level and ensures the optimal results as well. So why we should just proceed with the color calibration and why it's important for the scanner? Because it also helps just to obtain the optimal color quality that can be used for shade measurement option. When should we do it? For Trios 3, before every patient, where you need just to take a shade measurement. For if we talk about like the shade measurement on option on Trios 4 scanner, it will be like disabled for color calibration that is not done for 30 days for Trios 3 and for 30 usage of with the specifically for Trios 4 scanners. So it's like the crucial and important part of the scanner usage. Also, why it's important just to do the color calibration of the scanner, because actually it's like the mentioned with as we mentioned that actually it's affects some shadow measurement and it may be, and of course that it may affect some scanner I mean the scans quality as well. So where to calibrate inside of our software? So the option 1 is that when you're just going to more Trios tab, scanner management, and you will see like the calibrate button here, or actually you will see like the a pop-up message that like it's the 14 days since, it's just an example. So it's like the 14 days since the last 3D calibration. It's recommended that you calibrate your scanner soon. You press the calibrate and the scanner starts to calibrate. The second option is just when you also can calibrate your scanner when you're using your scan workflow. If you just pressing on the tools, and you will have like just option to, here's like the tools button, and you're pressing like the calibrate scanner, so you will be able just to calibrate scanner before you proceed with the scanning. Also, when we have some issues with the 3D calibration, so it may fail due to the different root causes. The first, let's start for this one that is on the top. So it's damage or insufficiently clean front tube glass. So in this case, if it's just the dirty image, just clean up, and if it's damaged, then of course we recommend to send these scanners just to be replaced or for the repair. Also, faulty or damaged 3D calibration tip. The same thing is just you need to, this tip should be replaced. Disconnection issues when the scanner is disconnected during the calibration session. So also you should check the scanner connection first. Then malfunction of the scanner, of course, and issues with the production files like geometry files. So in this case, also the scanner should be replaced or repaired. So, and you can see that you may face some different error messages during the calibration process. So the first one is like the error code -1. Also, then code 4, we'll just check it a little bit later than now. So as you can see that actually what you can just check if the 3D calibration fails. So it's worth just checking and output images, at least the calibration that can be found under this pass. So insufficiently clean front tube glass may result in the failing of 3D calibration and bad scanning results. So you can see that here is like the name of the images that you may find in the folder. They are called non-contrast image and fused row images. So you can see that actually when the tube glass is dirty, so you will find like the black spots here. So it means that actually the first thing you need to do, so you need just to clean up the front tube glass using like the safety and setup guide that you may find on Power Partner Portal website, and apply the disinfection solution like the denaturated alcohol or soft cloth also. Another thing is that you may find is like the dirty 3D object will also cause the calibration to fail. So also we have like the path where you can find some images. So you can see that here is like example of damaged 3D object and scratches on 3D object. So if you're see like the image like this, that it means that actually if you just rotate your 3D calibration tip, you will find some gray space there, gray areas there. So if you will see that actually this gray area is damaged, like here on this, like it's shown here in the image, it means that actually this 3D tip is damaged and it should be replaced. And you can see that if you have some scratches also, so they may also affect some 3D calibration, and these 3D calibration object should be replaced as well. Also, additional step what can be applied. So we need just to do the hardware test to check if the scanner has any failure, to estimate the state of the scanner. In this case, some hardware tests may result in failing parameters, which indicates the scanner hardware problem, like the error code -1. And also, as we mentioned, that some issues with the 3D calibration or some error messages may appear when we have some issues with the geometry file. So the following error message may pop up like this one. So here is like example. So in this case, we're asking you to contact us as the 3Shape support, and we will proceed with the required troubleshooting then. Also, the most common like error messages where you can face during the color calibration, we call it like the error code 7, 8, 10, 11, or 12. So actually all of them mean almost the same. So you also, when you're just trying to proceed with the color calibration, you may face this same error message. I mean, for example, here you can see that the error code 7, but it can be error code 8, 10, and so on. So the first thing you should do is just to check if the color calibration kit is mounted properly, not side A instead of side B. And you should just probably remember that 3S3 scanner and 3S4 scanner, they have different color calibration kits. Also, for Trios pen grip, make sure that the scanner is mounted properly, the bottom side up, not in vice versa. Also, check if the scanner tip is clean and doesn't have any stains. If there is if the tips are not clean, we need just to perform the cleaning procedures accordingly to a safety and setup guide as well. Also, we need just to try it with the different clean scan tips. Also, it's worth checking the date of expiration color calibration kit that can be also found if you're just using this pass. So as we mentioned, here is like the error, example with the error code 7. So we need just to know that the color calibration targets do not degrade while they are on the stock. So if the target wasn't used before, it will work fine for at least 1 year. So like the warranty period after the customers start starting to use it. So like here. Also, you can, if we have like the rest of the error messages, like the error code 8, 10, and 11. So check if this if the scanner front tube glass is clean. Also scanning tip, color calibration kit, if not sufficiently clean according to the safety and stop guide. Also, some scratches or broken front glasses tube will give an error message. Check if the calibration target, 3D calibration tip or color calibration target is clean, and that should be like no dust here or anything similar. So if you just suspect that the target might be dirty, clean it with the compressed air, or like no other ways of cleaning the targets are recommended. So we should also check if there are any scratches or physical damage on the target. If there is a damage, it will cause like the error messages, and it's recommended to order a new calibration target. Also, you just need to check the expiration date and the color calibration kit if you're following this path, and the expired object may give also a problem. Check if all the objects there are mounted correctly. Ask the customer to try it with another object, scanning tips or color calibration kits if it's possible, of course, and if they have it in the clinic, for example, or you as a reseller can provide our customers with some spare ones. And we need just to run the hardware test to check if the scanner doesn't have another failure to estimate the state of the scanner as well. Also, troubleshooting performance, they are also mentioned, so they can see that in case of slow scanning, make sure that the insane mode is enabled in setting trios scanning settings. Also, scanner is connected to the Move or PC and it in the list of approved PCs as well. Intershape PC catalog. Also, you need just to check the PC if it's set up accordingly to the PC setup guide for Trios or the basic setup that we mentioned previously in the first session. You can see you should also check that if it PC used for Trios only for Trios software, PC is connected to the power socket, and Windows is up to date. Windows updates are configured in a way that they're not downloaded automatically on the background. So also the Windows power plan is set for the high performance as well. And NVIDIA driver is up to date, and NVIDIA card is selected as the preferred graphics processor. Yeah. And also you may find some information. I mean, all the approved devices, all the approved desktop PC or laptops. So you may find the list of approved laptops and desktop PC for our. I mean, that one that support our software and that one that was actually tested with our software and that shows the high performance. So you may find it in the Treeshape PC catalog that is available on our partner portal website. Also, as we mentioned, that PC should be set up and according to the PC setup guide for the Trios. Both documents that will be available on the partner portal. So if you're just following this link, and if you talk about the PC guide for Trios, you will find the second link, or you may use the video. I mean the PC, the system basic setup video that will be also shared with you. I mean, in the presentation. So there we also try to set like the system to the maximum performance. So you may follow the guidelines that I mentioned in the video, or use this link and check how to set up the system to the best performance. So I guess that was it for today. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your time. So we will have one more session. So with the Move troubleshooting, also with the wireless kind of troubleshooting. So I will try to have like the Move system with me next during the next session. So I will show you on how to troubleshoot the Move, what issues you may face when you are with our Move system. So I guess that it will be like also interesting journey, and we will be able just to check it on the go. So yeah, Record, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and see you next Tuesday, and have a great day ahead. So